You know, when I say, and I say this a lot, start with who I want to be now. Start with my future. Start with my reality. I'm actually, as I say this, even to myself, as I do this every day, is start with who I want to be. And when I say who I want to be, I am seeing my end result. I am seeing who I want to be as my end result. And every time I do this, and every time I am building or creating, I'm always creating something for someone somewhere. I'm always creating a course, a system, or, different things like that that I'm creating for you. So, but when I start and I say, where do I want to be now? What do I want to have success with now? I'm always seeing my end reality, my future. I'm saying my future, but my future reality is actually my end result of the goal that I'm working on. So I'm always working backwards because I'm always seeing what I want to create. I'm always seeing my lifestyle changing. I'm always seeing me growing. And I say this today specifically because there's no reason to get stuck in the growth pattern. There's no reason to get stuck. We all have roadblocks. We all have limiting beliefs that stop us, that we have to deal with on a daily basis. This is just normal. But like I said, start from the end result of what you want to see happen. And when you do, and I encourage you all to try this, and it's not going to be easy at first. You're going to have a hard time. And it's going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't work backwards. I can't see this before I touch it and feel it and have it. I can't see this until it happens. If you can't imagine, and if you can't see the life you want, the lifestyle you want, the type of business you want, how are you going to get to that end of business that you want? So, and another thing is, if you are having and creating a vision board, which you can do that, it works. But what a vision board actually does is actually a focal point to remind you to what you need to be focusing energy on. It's not necessarily what is going to show up, immediately. It's not just going to jump out and jump in your lap and okay, it's there. It's not going to happen like that. But start from the end result on what you want to create. I'm trying to get this in here and I'm having all kinds of things pop up. So when you do this, you're going to find yourself on fire. You're going to find yourself going, oh my gosh, I'm creating this. This is happening. This is the magic key for me. And each thing is directed at individual people. So see yourself as being the championship performer, whatever you're doing. And I know I've told you guys this before, but before I even go to speak or whenever I'm doing a training, I always have meditation, motivation playing in the background, always, forever, theta beats and binaural beats. And I love that my friend mixes them up. So very great. But I always have that going, and I always, and you don't have to do this, but this is what I do. I always just say a little prayer and say, God, please let me give the best value to reach the most people. Give me the right words to say. Give me the right energy to project. Because as we're speaking and as we're going through, anyone out there that is speaking or is helping people, they project their energy through the airwaves because everything is energy. So when I see and I am creating life now, I'm in the now creating my life, but I'm also seeing my end result. What do I want to create? What do I want to happen for me? And when you do this, you're going to find that you're going to have more opportunities come your way. You're going to have, but you have to take advantage of these opportunities when they come. Because if you're given an opportunity to grow your business, let's say you need to grow it, you need to get more people, more recruits, you need to sell, X number of products. If you're not doing that already, it's not too late. You're not going to get the $1 million before Christmas. That's not going to happen. But you are going to get some motivation, thought, emotion is going to come together, and you're going to start building. It's never too late to start creating and building. If you're waiting for a cosmic event to happen before you start this, you could be waiting a very long time, and that's no fun to wait a very long time. So when you put your thought and emotions in motion, you're going to find that the inner heart, the brain in your heart, the brain in your head, when that is combined with pure love and emotion for what you want, and I say want loosely because want is a lack word that states the fact that you don't have it now. But the key is, and the clincher is, and this is not a secret because, again, people don't talk about this stuff. They just expect people to know it or to not get success. I don't know what the deal is with that. But, and that's another word I don't like is but, because that puts you in a field of, well, that's my loophole. But, try, want, lack words, negative words. You don't want to go down that road at all. So as you are creating, and I say this with emotion, of course, I always give emotion in every speak I do. So, but when the two are connected, when you connect your emotions, those emotions, what you feel, and your thoughts, because your thoughts are thinking, okay, I want to, and you're saying I want means I don't have it now. But if you say it in a different tone or a different way and add love and gratitude with that thought and that feeling, if you say, I am now creating this life, and don't focus on the money, don't focus on how many dollars you have to have in your bank. That's okay to do. You can say something like, I'm a money magnet, something like that. That's just, it's stating that you are attracting it to you. So as you're doing that, but you're saying, I am now creating my lifestyle or my life that I want, and my life is, and say it out, say what you want with your thoughts and emotions, because when these harmonize together and these two connect, you will be surprised. And I'm hoping you will be surprised at what happens, because take note of what this brings to you and be grateful and give gratitude where it is deserved. The gratitude that you should be giving is to the universe, because that's the only way you're going to get the connection, is to get connection with that energy, that motivation. It's all quantum physics. It's all out there. And the great thing, something else that I've been studying, everybody knows I've been studying on quantum physics and how it works with the brain and the emotions and how we manifest through that. But I've also learned that our actual nervous system, the system that's running through our body, we have nerves going just all over the place. Well, our same nervous system that we have in our bodies is actually the same nervous system that's running through trees and plants. When you look at it as a quantum, in the quantum field, where they take that energy and they broadcast it, and you can actually see on a special device, a special monitor, that you can see the energy from this in the pattern, it looks the same pattern. And when I realized that and I seen that and I was like, oh my gosh. So I've been practicing, because I have a lot of plants I have plants in my house and I love them. I talk to them and they grow and they're beautiful. And so I've been connecting more with that. And you know what? It brings down, if you find you're a stress person, if you have any kind of stress or anything like that, try doing that. And I say try loosely because if you do it and you do it with heart, you're going to find out not only will your plants thrive and be happy and beautiful and grow, but you will find you will be more happy and maybe healthier. You know, it's working different for everyone I'm talking to. And like I said, I've been going through this here for quite a little while now. And I haven't quite shared this much of it with the neuroscience yet, but I will as I get more into the quantum physics of this. And I'm really, really focused on this. And so, and you know what? It's amazing how this happens and how it all comes together. So you're going to have limiting beliefs pop up. You know those little buggers that pop up right when you're in the middle of creating something, and you're doing something, and all of a sudden you get that little thought, I can't do this, or, you know, I'm doing this wrong, or what am I going to do, or, you know, I don't have enough of this, or this isn't right. Those are the things that hold you back, and those are the things that stop you in your tracks. And you know what? Those are the things you need to get rid of. Tell them, you know, thank you for being there. You've helped me my whole life. You've held me back and you've stopped me, but you know what? It's time we let you go. It's time for you to step up and be that other person. Be who you want to be and be the success. I'm trying to adjust that light. I hope that's better. So be the success you want to be. And only you can do that. So, and I do have my notes. So always be ready and knowing what you want. And always be prepared to give forward, to pay forward. Always be prepared to give in order to receive. Regardless of what, it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be, you know, that type of thing. If you don't have it, you could be giving of your time. You could be giving of yourself. You could be, you know, giving someone a smile, saying, hey, how's it going? Even if you don't know them, you know, and you'll be surprised how more people will be receptive to you. And why not? Why not make your life as happy as it can be? And just by doing that, you're going to change your vibration. You're going to change the emotion that's coming out of you because you're giving a happy thought. You're giving a happy hello. You're giving a happy Merry Christmas. You know, even when, here back a few years back, even when it started, I'm not even going to go into politics, it's stupid. But when everyone was saying, well, it's not politically correct to say Merry Christmas, it's not politically correct to say Happy Thanksgiving. And I did not abide by that at all, because Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Easter. Happy makes you happy. So why not say it, project it, and feel it? On top of everything else, feel it. And if it's part of your goals is to grow your business exponentially to whatever level you need it to go, keep this in mind, that if you do not take advantage and take opportunity when it comes to you, you're not going to go to that level you want to go. And yes, I did a speaking on this. I was speaking earlier this month to people on this exact same thing. And when you do, if you sit back and say, well, I can't do that now, or I can't do this now, or I don't know how to do that. Well, of course you don't know how to do everything. That's why you have to learn how to do everything. You have to learn the steps. You have to learn how to do it. But if you keep in mind that you're a champion, that you are the best you can be, and put your emotions, your thoughts, your energy in motion, when you do that and the opportunities show up, Maybe you have come across an opportunity that the title looks like it's way too much for you, or maybe it's too big, or you're not too sure. You don't know until you look in it, until you go in and look at what is offering. And if they're offering training with that, how to do this, how to be that, how to get this going successful, that is a plus for you. And take advantage of anything that comes your way like that has the opportunity for you to grow, the opportunity for you to make your business successful, and for you to grow exponentially at your pace with what you want to do. Take the training. And a lot of times I'm finding, because I have a lot of courses, I have a lot of systems, not only the ones I create, but the ones I buy. I have a lot of them, and I find a lot of the training that I'm using from one, I can incorporate it with another one, because maybe someone explained it better, the system and how to get things going, like ads and funnels and CRMs and all this fun stuff, this techie stuff. I'm not a techie person. I'm not. I can get things going. I can make them work. Sometimes I have to ask for help, and that's okay. I don't grow unless I ask for help. So I ask for help from our community, and you know what? I know that by asking for someone's help that knows what they're doing and knows how to do it, I'm going to get the right answers. Back in the day, quick story, and then we'll call it a day. Quick story. Back in the day when I started online, of course, I told you guys know my story. I started online and I had to learn everything over because I was in the corporate world before this. I was executive. And then when I learned this, I had to go and learn everything over again. I had to learn how to market, how to do all this stuff. And I found that I was not getting all of my information from people that really knew what they were doing. I was getting my information from people who were just starting. They're doing what I was doing. They just read something and they said, oh, yeah, okay, this is how you do this. And they were just like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, this person sounds like they know what they're doing. Well, come to find out, if someone doesn't really know what they're doing, they're not going to give you maybe a video on it, on step by step. They're not going to walk you through it, step by step on what you need to do. So I was getting a lot of misinformation, put it long story short. And I was being led down a wrong path that was really dark and bad. So when I learned to ask the right people the right question and get the right answer, then I seen success. Then I was able to launch forward. Then I was able to give a championship performance on whatever I was doing. So I encourage the same for you. Take advantage of opportunities that come for you that are there to grow you. Take advantage of listening to people who know what they're doing and who are willing and able to walk you through. Maybe do a live with you. Sometimes that just helps. If you get on a live with somebody, like a Zoom, and you can see each other and you can, share a screen, and makes it so much simpler for a lot of people to grasp it. I'm a visual person myself. I learn more if I can see it before I do it. If I can see it in motion, then I find it's easier for me to comprehend it and I can go forward. So if you're the same way, then definitely there are some of us out there who do this and will definitely help you. So keep that in mind as you're doing that, but keep your thoughts and emotions, when those two connect, when you connect your thoughts and emotions together, when you connect those two things, then they become one. When they're together and they become one, it is so much easier to manifest what you want. So much easier. You have to take that when it comes and have gratitude that you got that. Be grateful for the item or the session or whatever it was you got, and be happy that you're able to pay this forward in some way, whichever way you choose, your own way. So that is a given and that is a plus. Always give a championship performance on whatever you're doing and connect thought and emotion and connect them together. When they become one, you will find it easier to manifest what you want. You'll find it easier to grow your business. You'll find it easier to create that lifestyle. And it will come when you do these things. It will come. I do them. My team does them. It takes time. Some of us are a little harder core to get it going, and we just, we're a little stubborn on, making the necessary changes. But that's okay, because everyone's in their own space in their own time. You're never behind. You're where you are because that's where you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's only wrong if you stop moving forward. If you're stopped and you're not moving forward, then that's not a good thing. Okay, guys? So I wish you all the best, and I am very grateful for everyone who takes the time to visit with me here. And of course, I do have a training for you. I have a really awesome one up there today that is for serious people. I'm going to tell you straight up. The offer I have for you today is for serious people who really want to grow their business. And of course, there is training connected to this. So it's up to you if you choose to take a look or not. It's up to you. But I wish you all the best and have a super blessed day. I will chat with you later.